designer and your host of Designer Series. I'm here with James Swan. He's the creator and producer of Million Dollar Decorating Podcast, as well as Carol Benson-Cobb. She's an abstract artist. How long have you been an artist, Carol?
Since I was itty bitty.
Well, that's great.
I remember playing in the mud at about 5 years old.
You make mud look fantastic.
Honestly, I think that's
awesome.
where it started.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So what has been your primary influence, would you say? I'm sure there's several, but one of the ones that has kind of been consistent throughout the years.
I would say, there's just nothing like it. I used to do portraits, and I started out, I think I always kind of had an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes.
I did the rock stars. Everybody wanted me to do a rock star in high school, and I would charge $10.
Yeah.
So I kind of started down that road, and then somewhere along the way, I just started doing abstract, and I never went back. And it's it just, I don't know, for me, it's like looking at sunset or canyons, things that you just don't get tired of.
Right.
Portraits and other things to me were constricting, and this is just, it's pure emotion, I guess. And so inspiration would be just being able to create a mood.
Right. Did you use a lot of abstracts in your work?
For clients, yes. I've always collected figurative art, but I was introduced to abstract work from a gallery owner, a friend of mine in San Francisco many years ago, and it challenged me on many levels. I had clients that were asking for it though, so of course we needed to fulfill that need. But over the years, I have really come to appreciate the energy, the emotion, the intelligence that is behind abstract work. It's not just squiggly lines on paper.
Oh, that's for people that can't paint.
Right. There's that great line, oh, I could do that. I could just get my hands.
Right.
And I would always say, just try and do it over and over and over.
Right. So how long have you been doing abstract?
Really since, high school, I started doing abstract, but I really started doing it as a business probably 20 years ago. My kids were little, and I've got a 23-year-old. And I started very remotely. I lived in Arizona in the high desert, and so I sold through the internet, and it was always, I noticed designers and projects, and so that's really when the business side clicked.
So have you seen Carol's pieces that paintings are on the front of a few case goods here in the showroom? And if you haven't seen it, then you definitely take a look before you go.
I've only seen the photographs.
Okay.
It's the press release.
Different in person. Yeah, they're really gorgeous.
They're really intriguing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting a
And do you work in mixed medium, Carol? Or
I work mainly in acrylic. For me, it was always being project-based and needing to, I couldn't wait for oils.
Yeah.
But being able to create the layers really for my work was most important. So I do a different process that I call mixed media, but it really involves more of my work and manipulating it.
So with James's questions for you, so what do you find as common in other artists that you may have interviewed on the podcast? Common in the sense that maybe their inspiration is leaned towards nature, because you mentioned layers actually, and I think that's an important element. And I love what you said, and which is why I'm asking you this question, about recognizing it being more than just colors on a canvas, but you said it much more eloquently than I'm.
You're going to put me on the spot now, asking me to repeat it. That may
well,
not be
no,
possible.
but not that, but just kind of what have you found in your discussion with other artists that maybe some similarities or some differences?
Well, I think for me, the thing that stands out when I talk to artists, and it's the thing that I have such respect for and maybe a little jealousy, because I don't think I've fully explored it myself, is this sense of individuality. That you are creating and putting out into the universe something that no one else on the planet ever has or ever will be able to produce. And there's something that is, to me, magical about that. It's an opportunity, it's a privilege, and I kind of like sitting next to artists and hoping maybe some of them will rub off.
Yeah. That's great. Well, I'd like to think that we should take some time to kind of look inward, because a lot of what I know I see and what you see is just kind of being fed to us. You follow what I mean? Whereas I heard you say before we got started that you're in your studio and you're focused on you know, this piece of art that you're working on. So ever, I guess, yeah, maybe here and there, any outside influences?
Well, I
appearing
learned
in
a
your
long
work?
time ago, really, that what I was best at was working with designers.
Okay.
And so I get project boards all the time, and you know, it starts from having a love for something, but then for me, it kind of kicked into over gear when the project started coming in, and to be able to actually paint for, which I know most artists do not think this way, but I get excited when I see a room that, oh, we need this piece of art, here's our
Right.
swatches,
Right.
and can you make something that makes the room feel this way?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think that's very important. You said the word feel, you know, because it's more than just a sofa here or a chair here or a table here. It's how, or a paint color. It's just how the entire thing feels.
to be able to pull it
collective.
together,
Yeah. So, James, is there any type of, well, it is what it is, a trend that you have seen and you just kind of are over it or?
Oh my God, that
Oh,
could be
no.
it could be a bit of a list there. You know, for me personally, and I'll
Well,
big
yeah, you
caveat,
personally,
personally,
yes,
I got over mid-century modern probably
In the
a
60s.
while ago.
Yeah.
I was never convinced that it was great the first time around, and why we keep rehashing it, I'm not
Right.
sure. I think there are amazing individual pieces that are, in and of themselves, pieces of art, but a lot of the diffused designs just sort of so if I never came across another 1950s piece
Then you
of
wouldn't be
furniture,
mad at all.
I'd be okay.
Right,
I would
yeah.
survive, yeah.
And then I know you said you received designers project boards. You see a lot of the, we talked about the mix in our last interview. And so is it any more difficult, I guess, creating a piece for a room that has a mix of styles or a mix of maybe pieces from different eras within the space? Is that a little bit more difficult in creating a piece
you
of
know,
art
I
for a
don't
space
usually,
like that?
I think for me, it's color,
Oh, okay.
and I don't really let any of that affect me.
Okay.
It's what, and a lot of times they come to me because they know my art, and,
Sure.
and so style-wise, you know, that's already kind of set. So I just think, well, how can I add what I do to this with these
Sure.
colors? I don't like the furniture or the pieces that are pulled together. It shocks me sometimes.
Right.
When I see the installations, I'm like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought that
That would be the end
would
result.
look like that. And
Right.
it really, I always say our customers make the art look really good.
No, I mean, but we would say the same thing about your artwork, that it makes our final room, it makes the room, you know, or it becomes a focal point over a fireplace or behind the sofa or in an entryway. Right, yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you both, James and Carol, for sitting down with me during this busy time to discuss one of our favorite topics, and it's creativity and design and the whole reason why we're here.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.